What if I told you that one man, born into poverty, betrayal, and exile, went on to create the largest land empire in human history? No crown, no kingdom, no army, just survival and an unbreakable will. This is the story of Genghis Khan, the most feared conqueror the world has ever known. To some, Genghis Khan was a ruthless barbarian. To others, a brilliant leader who reshaped the world. But before he became a legend, he was just a boy named Temujin, struggling to stay alive on the harsh Mongolian steppe. Temujin was born around 1162 in what is now Mongolia. His father was a tribal leader, but when Temujin was only 9 years old, his father was poisoned by rivals. Everything collapsed. His family was abandoned by their tribe and left to starve. Temujin grew up hunting rodents, fighting off enemies, and surviving brutal winters. At one point, he was even captured and enslaved by a rival clan. But instead of breaking him, hardships shaped him. Temujin learned early that loyalty mattered more than noble blood, and that strength came from unity, not tradition. As a young man, Temujin began forming alliances, recruiting followers from different tribes, even former enemies. Unlike other leaders, he promoted people based on skill and loyalty, not family name. Slowly, tribe by tribe, he united the Mongols. In 1206, Temujin was declared Genghis Khan, meaning universal ruler. For the first time in history, the Mongolian tribes were one. But Genghis Khan wasn't done, thought he was just getting started. Genghis Khan built one of the most efficient and terrifying military forces the world had ever seen. The Mongol army was fast, disciplined, and deadly. Soldiers were expert horsemen and archers. They used psychological warfare, spreading fear before battles even began. They communicated with speed, using messengers and signals. And they adapted tactics from every culture they conquered. Cities that surrendered were spared. Cities that resisted were destroyed. This strategy allowed the Mongols to conquer massive territories, from China to Central Asia, the Middle East, and Eastern Europe. At its peak, the Mongol Empire covered over 22% of the Earth's land surface. No empire before or since has matched that. Despite his brutal reputation, Genghis Khan was also a surprisingly progressive ruler. He introduced laws that protected religious freedom, ended aristocratic privilege, promoted trade along the Silk Road, punished corruption, even among his own family. He valued education, diplomacy, and innovation, and he welcomed scholars, engineers, and merchants from across the empire. Under Mongol rule, trade and communication between East and West actually flourished. Genghis Khan died in 1227, but the exact cause, and even the location of his tomb, remains a mystery. What he left behind was extraordinary. His descendants ruled for generations. His empire reshaped borders, cultures, economies, and history itself. And today, millions of people are believed to be directly descended from him. Genghis Khan was not just a conqueror. He was a product of survival, ambition, and vision. A man who rose from nothing and changed the world forever. So is Genghis Khan a hero, a villain, or something in between? Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more stories from history. Thanks for watching.